Hello, friends, and welcome back.
Hi there.
This video is going to be all centered around logos. But before we get into the video, we wanted to say that if you're watching this video the day it goes up, you can catch our stream of City of Mist live at 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. About, what is it, like 6 or so hours, depending on where you're at from when this video goes live.
It'll be about 6 hours from when it first goes up, yeah.
Other than that, again, welcome back. And let's get into some logos.
Get into logos. Tell me about logos. What is a logos?
Like that.
No. What is a City of Mist logo?
Oh, okay.
Logos.
Oh, those. So, falling right off of the Mythos things, which is all of the unexplained stuff, your logos is basically be your character's persona, what's going on in their everyday life, the natural occurring stuff. It's going to give you certain skills.
So let me ask you a few things. Let me just. They have a certain set of skills that they can use to find you.
If they find you, they're going to kill you.
Would that be a logos?
Yeah.
Would a day job be the logos?
100%.
Would somebody they know be the logos?
Can be.
Would a house fire be a logos?
Could be.
What about their vehicle?
Absolutely.
What
Why
about-
do you ask?
What about where they live?
Absolutely.
Okay, sure. Let's get into it. Start with the top one.
So right off the bat, we're going to jump right in. The first one that we're going to be kind of calling back to your boy's house fire over here. A defining event. Something that has happened to your character that has literally changed their life forever.
So something big.
Something big, life-changing. Something like a fire that maybe burnt down your house.
Somebody
Maybe
died.
The loss of a loved one is a big deal.
Yeah.
Batman, much.
Yeah. And this is all based on something that happened previously. And it could be any time in their life, I'm thinking.
Anything that happened to you that kind of changed your outlook on life.
On life. It's something that changed the way that you perceive life.
Yep.
The next one is the mission. What is this character's overall goal? Is it everything from they want revenge? They're a do-gooder and they want to make the world a better place. They're looking for social or political gain. They have a personal goal, something entirely different. Maybe they just want a bunch of money.
Or they can also just outright be obsessed with something too.
They have to find the answers.
God, that meme, dude. I forgot to stop.
We can't use it though. We use it too much. The biggest thing that it comes down to, what do you need most in order to carry out your mission?
100%.
What do you have to achieve what you're looking for or what you're trying to get?
I'm calling back to Batman. I think this answer for him would be literally his mythos would be justice.
Yeah, in his own weird, twisted justice.
It's his. You said it right. It's like his own version of justice. Yeah. Moving on from mission, we have what would be called a defining relationship. Who is it in your character's life that plays the biggest role? So that could be anyone from JD.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you're my logos, bud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Batman to the Robin. Or the Robin to the Batman.
Could be that. Could be, you can even change it. It could be a friend. It could be a partner. So yeah, Robin fall there. It could even be a community or even like a company.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. But think about it. So you have this character that you're playing that is kind of like the CEO or whatever of this larger corporation.
Sure,
right?
the relationship is to the company, not to any individual.
Exactly. You are owned by the man.
That would be an interesting way to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be interesting to develop that.
Basically, what is, and they have, realistically, this relationship is with someone or something that is currently alive, because otherwise it's going to kind of teeter back into the defining event. Exactly. That makes it so important to you. That's the overall kind of concept of this logos.
And why they're so important would be a lot of stuff that would come up for the questions. The next one is personality. What's the character like? Are they, and I feel like it should be an extreme amount of something. Like you are extremely social. You're extremely antisocial.
I could almost counter that to where if it's the point to where it's too intense, it could also be a weakness. But that's coming in a couple videos.
I think that's the way you build the weakness for that one. But I feel like the personality is very much I feel like I'm a wallflower.
Other people find me funny. Talkative, outgoing,
Exactly.
intense.
But it should be not just oh, well, I'm kind of outgoing. It should be like, that's your defining feature.
Yeah, it's a defining personality trait. After personality, we have possessions. Not like
the ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Not like the Exorcist type of possessions, but physical possessions that your character has. What do you keep or carry in your possession, essentially, that is going to basically define you?
Gear, weapons, equipment.
Call back to when you said a place, your estate.
Yeah, your estate, your hideout, your business, even. Anything that your character owns or has access to would fall into possessions. Christopher Nolan Batman. Even the stuff that the company has that he hasn't put the Batman seal on yet is still under his possession because he can get it anytime. It's not like he has to go ask for it or try to acquire it. He's just, yeah, I want one of those.
Dude, that's literally what Lucius says to him.
And one of those.
When he's like, well, you should have access to this. You own this anyway.
Exactly. It's part of his possessions.
Yep.
The next one is your routine. What routine takes up the majority of your day? It's your job. It's somebody that you spend, or something even that you spend your time taking care of. It's what you spend your time doing. Maybe it's not a job. Maybe it's just a hobby.
Anything that you basically do on a normal, everyday basis that is part of your everyday life.
Yeah, that could be a logos. I mean, you spend all your time playing video games. That's a logos. You spend all your free time working. That could be a logos. Like, it's literally just how you spend your day.
Mm-hmm. That one's pretty simple.
The questions help flush these out a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, that's all it is. And then moving from this, you've got another fairly simple, kind of easy to interpret one. It's training. What is your field of expertise?
What's your field of expertise?
Probably IT.
Yeah, you'd be an IT guy. You'd have computer training.
Ironically, I think that's what my character has.
Exactly. Sprinkle a little bit of hacking into there, a little bit of specialist training. See, mine would be people. Like, mine would be not to that point yet because I'm still working on my master's, but it'd be like the therapist field and being able to read. Like, I could 100% just be like, I can read people. I can tell when people are lying. I can do all this other stuff. I can know how to get answers out of people and how to word questions and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Training's really simple. Training's a really simple one. So that's all of the ones from the core book.
Now we're going to move into the one from the expansion book.
Two of those.
There's two of them, and these are coming from Shadows and Showdown. The first one that we're going to hit is going to be turf. This can be anything from like a street to a neighborhood that you're in control of. Or this would be dope too, like maybe a movement or maybe like a class or a group of people that you've led.
Which is awesome. It's not where you live. Which, weirdly enough, where you live would be turf, but it would be part of the grander turf. It wouldn't be considered your turf. It would just be part of it. Like 100%. The street you live on could be your turf.
And that literally falls into the actual core concept of what makes this whole logos what is your domain? This
is my ground and you're not welcome here kind of thing. Or maybe this is my ground and great. Look, come on, we'll have you.
Yep. Even kind of like you're like, yo, I'm the shot caller here.
Exactly.
This is my jam.
And
this is what I do.
Maybe you're not a shot caller.
Nope.
Maybe this is just your stomping ground. The last one is touchy. They word it very well in the book. We're not going to do too much of our own opinions on this one because it's a very personal one. I'll let you go ahead.
So this one is what is called the struggle. This can be anything that you as a character experience that has given you difficulty that you have used to strengthen yourself. This can be anything from any type of discrimination at all. This can be debt, any type of guilt maybe that you've come across, any type of illness, anything like that. And if depending on how far you want to go, this is when it can get kind of sensitive. And I would say if you decide to head this route, talk to your table first because people may not be comfortable with how games go and how dark they can get.
Right. Or how personal.
Exactly.
Or how serious. Or if somebody, and it's one of those things that you don't, if you're ready and you're past the point of this being not necessarily something that is a struggle for you, but something that is a problem.
Yeah. And this that we're kind of speaking to would have stuff to do with like maybe some insecurities and even some type of abuse, which is not okay.
And 100%, if you're past it and you're comfortable and it's a part of your history and you've internalized it and you've worked through that, with a therapist or on your own and found a way to come to terms with those things, and you want to use that experience as the struggle for your character because you've been through it and you can relate, and that's awesome, and go for it. But you have to be very careful because at the same time, it's very personal, and it can get very deep and that line between the character and the player can blur very easily with this.
But it is also important to know that if you're with a table where you can have these relationships and stuff with, it is an amazing, amazing thing. I've experienced some of this stuff in D&D campaigns to where, like, it's so real, but you're just like, yes, dude,
yeah, 100%.
It's amazing.
Like, the struggle Logos is built to take that a step further because you only have 4 cards. You only have 4 themes, and building a whole theme around that and having to play into that and have that be part of the game makes it very sticky.
It can be. But again, it can also be super awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To kind of take all this and sum it up in just a couple of words, it's what do you struggle with? And some of the questions that can kind of help you come to the understanding to make this your logos. Yeah. Something along the lines of, hey, what am I coping with? What is my character working through?
Sure.
Or what hardships / limitations is my character facing? And just because I want to throw this one here, the main power tag that's basically going to set the tone for all of your power tags that are going to follow in suit with this. It's despite the hardship that you've experienced, what was the best thing that came out of it?
Yeah. I think it's awesome, coming from my field and everything, that's the first question is, how has this improved your character the most? How have you grown the most from this? That's a huge thing.
As intense as this one can get, I feel like out of all of them, I would honestly say that this might be the one like everybody can understand to an extent.
Yeah. Because everybody's dealt with some kind of hardship in their life. And not everybody wades through the mud at the same height, but everybody goes through the mud.
And on that note, everybody, thank you so much for joining us again. We love you. We appreciate you spending your time with us. Catch us up on Twitters if you want to, our personals, or the actual Fader Chance one is dope. Yeah. Until then, stay awesome, be excellent, and love each other. Peace.
We'll see you.